Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to English online class. Today, we'll be talking about grammar, past simple, on page 46 in Unit 6, Lines, Ups and Downs. I'm Vannak, the teacher of English at Brightly New Generation School. Let's just look at lesson objective. At the end of the lesson, you'll be able to identify all forms of past simple, determine the spelling rules of regular verbs, recognize irregular verbs properly. Let's just look at homework which I gave you last week. So now let's check the homework together. Can I have a cola? Could I pay by credit card? Can I have the bill? Could I have a vanilla ice cream? Could you give me a glass of water? Could I have a return ticket? Could I borrow your dictionary? Could you do me a favor? Can I try on the jeans? Could I sit next to you? Could you give me a lift? Can I open the window? So let's just review the previous lesson all together. Polite request. We can use can and could for polite requests. Example, can I have a cup of coffee? Could you do me a favor? Alright. So let's just look at new lesson today. Grammar, past simple. Please look at common errors. Example, I go to school every day. What is the problem here? The problem here is verb go. So we change I went to school yesterday. I no sleep last night. So what is the problem here? The problem is I didn't sleep. You cannot say I no sleep last night, but you have to say I didn't sleep last night. Where you lived when you were young. And what is the problem here? The problem here is where did you live when you were young? Do you go to her party last Saturday? And the sentence is incorrect as well. So let's see the correct one. Did you go to her party last Saturday? Let's just look at the form of past simple. We have positive, subject plus verb to plus object. And subject, they are actually for subject pronoun. I, he, she, it, you, we, they. And verb to here, lived with the. And in London in 1985. Let's just look at negative. Subject plus didn't plus verb 1 plus object. For example, I, he, she, it, you, we, they are the subject, and we use didn't and plus live as the verb 1, and in Madrid depend on the object, or this one is the prepositional phrase modified verb live, and mostly it is called adverb. Questions with short answer. Did plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. Look at the form, the column. Did plus I plus he, she, it plus you, we, they. And we have like is verb 1. Enjoy is also verb 1. The film and the party is a kind of complements or object. So no, if we say I, he, she, it, we, you, they, we use with didn't. All form you with didn't. No matter what the subject is, whether it is I, he, she, it, we, you, they, we still use with didn't. But if it is yes, I, you, we, they, he, she, it, you with did. Okay. So look at question words, or another one we say WA question. Question words plus did plus subject plus verb 1 plus object. For example, when did you go to the party? Something like that. This can be the complement that you add at the end of the sentence, but it can finish with go. For example, when did you go? Where did you go? You can say like that, or you can ask like that. Just look at the definitions. It is used to talk about a past action that is finished with a specific time. So finish action with specific time. Let's just look at the example. She lived in Rome when she was 6. So if you ask her whether she is in Rome now, the answer is no. She didn't there anymore. Maybe she changed to somewhere else. She went to market last week. So if you say, when did she go to the market? She went before. She went last week. Now she doesn't go. Why did he go there? They didn't play the guitar last night. It is used with time expression. Let's just look at the time expression of past simple. You can say last night, last Sunday, last week, last weekend, last year, last month. And you also can say with ago, like 1 day ago, an hours ago, 3 days ago, a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. And you also can say with yesterday, yesterday morning, yesterday afternoon, yesterday evening, the day before yesterday, something like that. And just look at the example. They talked to him an hour ago. So they talked to him an hour ago is past simple as well, because we can see an hour ago. We went to Kampot yesterday afternoon. So look at yesterday afternoon. It expresses the time expression of past simple. Let's just look at spelling rules of regular verbs. The normal rule is to add ed. Actually, we add e with verb because it is in the past. Let's just look at work. Worked, start, started, walk, walked. All right. Let's just look at rule number 2. If the verb ends in e, add d. For example, live, lived, because the verb ends in e, so we just add only d. Love, loved, decide, decided. Rule number 3, If the verb has only one syllable and one vowel and one consonant, the consonant and add ed. For example, stop. You see, one syllable. And then with stop, because with the ball P here, because P here stand next to O, and O is the vowel. So with the ball P and add ed. Plant, plant, rip, rip. Rule number 4, verbs ending in a consonant plus y change y to ied. Example, study, studied. You see, we change y and add ied. Study to studied. Cry, cried. Carry, carried. Okay. Number 5, verbs ending in a vowel plus y add ed. Look at the example below. Play, you see play, a here is vowel plus y, so we just add only ed, played. Enjoy, enjoyed. Annoy, annoyed. Okay. So let's just look at irregular verb list. So there are 5 certain rules for making from verb in present to verb in the past. But if they are in regular verb, you have to remember through seeing the list. For example, be to was and were, become to became, begin to began, and there are many more in the list. So you have to try to read it and try to memorize all of these words from base form or verb in present simple to past simple. Fill in the gaps with correct form. Number 1, she blah 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 in the bracket study English 3 hours ago. So study here is studied. Number 2, they blah 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 not listen to the teacher. So not listen here is the negative form, so you have to change to didn't listen. Number 3, they blah 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 bracket be friends before. So be here change to were, because be can be was and were in the past, but because the subject is they, so we use were. Number 4, what blah 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 do you do when you were in Paris? So do here change to did. Number 5, I blah 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 buy 2 phones yesterday afternoon. So buy here is irregular verb, so it changed to bought. I bought 2 phones yesterday afternoon. Put the right form of the best verb from the box in each sentence. Let's just look at the box. We have be, believe, decide, eat, enjoy, get, talk, go, last, live, make, see, take, and the last one is tell. Let's just look at the exercise below. After I left school. You know why we use left? Because in past simple form. In fact, in the box, it is leave, but you have to change to left and put with the correct sentence. When I left school, I took a job on the railways. We went by train, of course. We told everyone about the size of mushrooms when we got back home, but nobody believed us. Of course, we saw all the famous buildings in Rome. They were fascinating. We decided to go together to Rome. I made friends with a man called Harry, but most of all, we enjoyed the delicious Italian food. Sometimes we talked about our ideas for a holiday. The journey lasted over 24 hours. So now let's just look at your homework. Make 10 sentences of past simple. You could write 3 sentences for positive, 3 sentences for negative, 3 sentences for short answer question, and 1 sentence with WA question. The lesson is coming to the end. I really believe that all of you will benefit from watching this video, but please don't forget to write this lesson and send me back as soon as possible. At the same time, don't forget to do the quiz as well as join the Zoom with me. Thank you.